Selling your home to downsize. Maybe you're thinking about selling your property, downsizing, looking for something smaller. Maybe you just want less maintenance. Maybe the kids have moved out. Maybe you're thinking, man, I've got all this house and we just don't need it anymore. Well, there's lots of reasons downsizing makes sense, and there's some things we could look at of why you might downsize, what some of those benefits might be, and how you can choose to sell your property when it's time to downsize. There's a lot of reasons people choose to downsize from a larger property to a smaller one. Most of the time they just have too much space and they're not using it all, they don't need it all. Well, with more space becomes more expense, right? Everything from electric, AC bills, cleaning bills, just general maintenance. You can really lower the amount of maintenance you have on a smaller property or a smaller property in a smaller yard. Many people will downsize just because of the maintenance on the outside. Sometimes you just have a lifestyle change. Hey, things happen in lives where you don't have as many people in the home now. You don't need all these extra bedrooms, bathrooms. Maybe you don't need this huge yard anymore. And then one we see a lot is for retirement planning. Hey, we're retiring, we don't need this huge property anymore, we're gonna be out traveling, we want something that's lower cost, make our money last a little longer, and we don't have the monthly maintenance that we have on this larger property. One of the biggest benefits to downsizing is the financial benefit. If you lived in a property for a long time, you've built a lot of equity in that house, you can really cash in on that equity when you go to downsize. So you cash in on that equity, you're going to have lower utility bills, right? Overall, just lower monthly maintenance with a smaller property. With that will come lower property taxes, because a smaller property, especially in the same area, generally will cost you less with taxes and it'll cost you less on insurance. Those are all monthly costs that add up. And a lot of people can downsize, take that equity they got in there. If they're buying a less expensive home, then they can pay it off, not have a mortgage payment at all. So really can have some huge financial benefits to choosing to downsize when the time is right for you. And so now you've decided you're ready to sell the home. So what should you do? Okay, first thing, always declutter if you can. A cluttered property does not sell for as much as one that is decluttered. It never has, it never will. So do that. Fix the little repairs if you can, right? Take care of little small things around there. Boost up the curb appeal. When people come to the property looking to purchase it, they're going to judge a book by its cover. So is the grass neatly trimmed? Is the paint touched up on the outside? Is everything cleaned up around the property? That can help get you a little more for that property. And then price it right, okay? If you just shoot for the moon, the largest price that you could ever possibly imagine getting from the property, it's likely to turn out a disappointment. You're gonna scare off buyers. Nobody's gonna come in. They're not gonna come in with offers, and you're gonna be sitting there stuck reducing the price and reducing the price and reducing the price until you get to a point where you probably should have started in the first place. Now, there's no need to give it away. Absolutely don't have to think like that, but don't put it up priced so high that it's unrealistic, because that is not gonna help you with your plans to move forward. And consider selling it for cash. Sometimes you can sell it as is quickly, easily for cash. You've already got equity in that property. You can cash out, move on. It'll be the simplest sale with a reputable company that you've ever had in your entire life, and significant advantages to it if your property needs any repairs, if you're on a certain timeline, or you just don't want to go through the headaches and hassles of a traditional home sale. As you're downsizing, here's some things to think about in your future property. Size and layout, all right? How many bedrooms do you really need? How much square footage do you really need now that you're downsizing? Maybe you're looking for a property, hey, we really don't want stairs in the property. That doesn't fit for us anymore. So let's look for something that's just a single story. Location, location, location. It always matters no matter what spot in life you're in. Are you gonna be happy with this location? Because a house can need a little repairs and you can fix those things up. But most of the time, you're not gonna pick that house up and move it to a better location. Consider the maintenance on your new property. If you buy a 1900s farmhouse, there's going to be a lot of maintenance versus downsizing to a newer property, and balance that with affordability, right? What are we looking for in our life? What is our new current budget that we'd like to spend on the home and what do we really need? Those are all factors you want to consider when looking for the new property. So when the time is right, downsizing can have some huge advantages if it's the right move for you. Just make sure you start early, factor in some of the things that we talked about, and look at your different options for the best way for you to move forward in your situation. If we can do anything to help you out, give us a call, 210-201-6644, or you can find us on the website, sellmysanantoniohouse.com.